that she's not going to hurt him. She's not going to do anything to embarrass him. She's not going to flirt with other men or, just do anything that's out of character, for him. Because for one, the man is supposed to be teaching his wife. He should be supposed to be teaching his family the righteous ways or how he likes things done. But not so much how he likes things done if it's not righteous. It's righteous things, the things of the Bible, the things of, Christ have set in the book as, our teacher. So, yeah, he's not, insecure. He's very secure in his wife, that he knows what she's going to do, how she's going to respond, what she's going to say, everything, because he knows his wife and he knows how they correspond with one another. On the other hand, when men marry a woman who's not of good character and she has these wayward ways where she's, promiscuous, or she's, a liar, or she's just all, bad characters, then he has to worry. He has to worry when she's around other men. He has to worry when, how she's going to do if a beautiful woman walks in the room. He has to worry. He has to act a certain way and do certain things, and not be himself because he's worried about his wife, that she's jealous or whatever. And the same thing with the woman, when she has to be on pins and needles when another man walks in the room because her husband is watching her, because he's so jealous, because the man may take a liking to his wife, and not really understanding that it's not about somebody liking your wife or finding your wife beautiful. It's about how your wife is going to respond to it. A woman should be used to men, liking her, or that happens every day to a woman. A man, meets her and he's kind, he's trying to do things to impress her, until she lets him know, okay, I'm married, or and she lets, put men in their place. And that's what the woman has to do, because a lot of times you're not around your husband. But so that means when your husband is not around, that's when you conduct yourself, in the wrong way, because he's not there watching you. When a husband is secure with his wife, he knows even when he's not there that his wife is going to conduct herself righteously, and that's what the Proverbs 31 woman would do. Okay, going to verse 12, it says, she will do him good and not evil all the days of his life. That's a given, that's self-explanatory. She's a righteous woman. She's not going to do anything that's going to displease her husband, and vice versa, for a man. Just because your wife is not in the room, that's not the time for you to start flirting at other women, getting all gawky-eyed, because your woman is not there, it's just, it shouldn't happen. Oh, my battery is low on here. Hold on. Okay, so going to 13, she seeketh wool and flax, and worketh willingly with her hands. And, these are some of the criteria that a Proverbs 30 woman has, because she's a worker, she's a doer, and she's not afraid to do and work, and feeling like she's going to be taken advantage of by her husband, or he's going to just use her or anything like that. She's working because she knows that this helps build her house, And one thing I realized once I stopped watching TV, which was many years ago now, that I have time to do a lot of things. I can focus on a lot of my gifts. I can focus on a lot of the blessings and the talents that the Most High gave me, which will create income for myself, and my household, because I'm not sitting around watching TV, for 4 to 8 to 10, 16 hours a day. That's why I'm able to do so many things, and I have my hands in a lot of different things. Like, you can look at my blogs as an example of that. I have a lot of time because I have a lot of things that I want to do and I like to do. Like making clothes, and, I have so many things, and I'm working on a lot of different projects, and, so I'm really, really busy, And I can imagine if I was married and had children and then had all these gifts and, you know, ideas to do things, your day is full, like you don't have time. And that's why I say about women who are married and who are on the internet a lot, making videos. I was like, how do you have time for that if you're married and you have children? And also you have things outside of your your husband and your children that you have to do. You have gifts and things that you are doing to keep your household, you know, moving. So he's saying that that in verse 13, she seeketh wool and flax and worketh willingly with her hands. So she's using her hands to bring money into the household. She's buying things. She's making things. So, you know, she has ideas for new things to do. You just don't really have time to be on the internet, you know, like that, unless it's work, you know. And, you know, and these are some of the things like a Proverbs 31 woman is doing. She's creating income in her house, you know, whether it be through making things, buying things, you know, dealing with the merchants, you know. When you go down the verses, it shows that verse 14 says she is like the merchants' ships. She bringeth her foot from afar. 15. She rises also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens. So she's working, she's doing, she's helping her husband. You know, he's doing his work, but she's adding to it. So yes, we are supposed to work in that regard. You know, and your husband shouldn't have to worry about you working, that in regards that other people are going to have access to you. You're dealing with all kind of people because you're doing this for your household, for your children, for, you know, the people who you have under you. If you have maid service or man service or whatever, you know, these are the things that we as righteous women should do. This is what, as a righteous woman, what you should bring to the table. Okay, so you know, I think this is very important, speaking about love and marriage and relationships for husband and wife, and the role of the woman and what it is that she should be doing, that we should never be idle, and that we should never be our focus on negative things, because you're operating in love, because you're, you know, operating in, you know, kindness and, you know, righteous things. You don't have time for the negative, you know, unless it's to chastise or to give correction. Sometimes we have to do that, but outside of that, you are this loving spirit, you know, who attracts love, and you will attract love when you're operating in love, when you're moving in love, because that's what the Most High is. He is love, and through Christ, he's able to love us, you know. And we can follow the examples of Christ and get back to that state of love, you know, joy, you know. It's just amazing, amazing. And so I'm gonna, you know, be doing these kind of videos, and you know, also, you know, helping sisters learn how to love again, and learn how to be love and be kind and be a wife, you know, and prepare yourself to be a wife, taking care of yourself, and you know, cleansing yourself spiritually so that you can give to other people, because it's hard to give to people, and to your husband mainly, when you are depleted. You're depleted. So you have to get back to, you know, learning how to love. That is the most important thing. Loving, being loving, exuberating love. Because when you do that, it comes back to you 100-fold. You'll have people loving you, you know, and sometimes you have to teach people how to love you, because sometimes people love you so hard that it becomes, you know, it becomes unhealthy. You know, they don't know how to control that feeling, because you're giving out this feeling, and they want to hold on to that feeling, you know what I mean, of love. Everybody wants that feeling, you know. So I find that, and I have some experience in it, and that's why I can speak about it. But you know, and preparing for, you know, getting married for the young sisters, you know how to be a wife, you know, and how to give of yourself without totally depleting. Because, like I said, when you are loved, people want to hold on to that. They want to grasp it. They want to hold, you know, they always want to be around you. They always want to talk with you. And, you know, you're kind of, you as a human, you're giving of yourself. You're giving your time, you know, you're talking to people. You're even giving correction sometimes, but it's depleting you. So you got to kind of know how to fill yourself back up so that you can keep giving to people. You know, it's mainly talking about your husband. You know, sometimes women be so exhausted because they're giving. That's what the Most High made us for. We're this nurturing spirit. We give. But you also have to know how to put back in so that you're still able to give. You're still able to, you know, feed the people, your husband, your children. You got to feed them with this love, you know, which is kindness, which is sometimes, you know, you have to do it meekly. You have to be humble, you know. You know, I find with men that you have to know how to speak to them. You have to know how to speak to them so that they can receive what you're saying, because a lot of times, because of what men have been through in, you know, Babylon and stuff, they, you know, when it's coming from a woman, they get defensive, you know. Okay, my time is up, so I have to go back into this again, you know, and I'll, you know, do another